Let's go to the story, which is also a question of the day. The Westville Ratepayers Association has launched a dispute with the eThekwini Municipality that could impact the collection or payments of rates and services to the city. There are some issues around the steep tariff increases and inefficient service delivery. The group is reportedly threatening to withhold their payments until their concerns have been addressed. Let's get more details now. Asad Gaffar, Westville Ratepayers Association Chair, joins us live now. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. You cite service delivery concerns and some of the issues around tariff increases. Are you able to tell us specifically what are some of the areas of concern?
Thank you very much for the introduction, and I actually like the way that you put it out, because you correctly and accurately stated the facts. So we have declared a dispute with the municipality. And more importantly, whilst we are talking about the tariffs and the tariff increases that they're imposing on us, the process that the municipality went about in terms of adopting this budget for 2023-2024, that in itself was a problem. So we didn't even get the opportunity to express our concerns as to why we feel that these tariffs are a bit too high. More especially when we're talking about the socio-economic factors that are affecting the residents at the moment, and also the fact that National Treasury themselves issued 2 guidelines to municipalities in terms of taking into account the socio-economic impact and not to unfairly burden the ratepayers. None of these took place, and more of a concern to us was we became aware that the municipality was pushing ahead with the 18.49 electricity tariff increase. And they were doing this without the approval of NERSA. And the NERSA guideline was 15.1. So before this budget was adopted, we put this question to the municipality to ask them, how is it that you are pushing through a 18.49, whereas NERSA is only approving you for 15.1.
Yeah.
Needless to say,
Pardon me, Asad, for coming in there. The municipality I was reading in the article is saying, though, that, it's been a tough balancing act, and they say that they've listened to the ratepayers during the budget hearings in terms of the difficulties they were experiencing during these tough economic times. I'm listening to what you're saying. It doesn't sound like this has happened, or if it has, it may not have been adequate.
That hasn't happened at all. One of the things that we wanted to put on the table are all the inefficiencies and all the maladministration, all the losses that the municipality is experiencing in terms of what's been documented by the Auditor General report. Now, they haven't taken any of that into account. When we looked at the numbers and we did our own research and we took these figures from the Auditor General's report, for the last 5 years, eThekwini Municipality lost 50 billion rand. That's a whole year's budget. So if they can't manage their finances properly, and they're expecting the ratepayers to come in and pay more, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it's already been reported in various news medias. The provincial government is almost in a position, well, it hasn't happened as yet, but they want to impose a Section 154 on the municipality. Now, what does that mean? It means because the municipality failed to use a housing budget and that money had to go back to province, that's the reason why they want to come and manage the eThekwini municipality. Basically, big part.
Yeah, pardon me. There's something I want to ask you just before I let you go. The municipality, of course, and I was reading this particular article, the municipality has a legal obligation to provide basic services to their residents in an adequate and, manner. And if they don't do this, it has a huge impact on the residents and what happens there. And while reading this article from Newman van Rooyen attorneys, they say that withholding payments is unlawful and unjustifiable and instead may, see yourselves in trouble. So they're suggesting that communities like yourselves who are impacted by this seek viable legal channels. Is this something that you might be willing to consider?
All the options are on the table. We're not discounting any of it. But whilst that article does speak about that, it also speaks about providing services for for residents. It also what's more important is the municipality needs to ensure. I mean, it's their fiduciary responsibility to ensure that the finances that they operate or they run are done in an efficient manner. No way, anywhere, or any of the acts allows them to do what they're doing. I mean, we lost 7 billion rand on water losses. When you look in the last 5 years, it's progressively increasing. It's not getting better. So the municipality is not taking any corrective action. What options do we have?
And that's a big question. What options do residents in some of these municipalities have in this particular instance? And it is our question tonight, Asad, that we are also asking the viewers to say, what then do communities do? But let me thank you for your time. And hopefully we'll get to be able to speak to the municipality at some point, because they sent us a statement from their side saying that the matter has now been handed over to their lawyers and they're not able to, comment further on this because a dispute has been lodged in this particular regard. But we'll continue to monitor this one and do take part in our question tonight. That's Asad Gaffar, Westville Ratepayers Association Chair.